about the benefits of female masturbation. We will rely, as always, on official statistics, for example, the World Health Association, scientific research, not British scientists, but serious institutes, and our conscious experience. Although the latter, as we know, is very different for everyone. First, a historical excursion. In ancient times, when wounds were cauterized with hot iron, syphilis was treated with prayers, and the face was powdered with arsenic. Masturbation, both female and male, was considered a terrible sin. Some reasons were, self-satisfaction increased interest in sex as well, and increased interest in sex leads to epidemics of sexually transmitted diseases. There were no condoms then, and diseases like syphilis wiped out hundreds of thousands of people annually. Just to give you an idea of the scale of the disaster, from venereal diseases died, or reliably suffered from them, Friedrich Nietzsche, Mao Zedong, Christopher Columbus, Abraham Lincoln, Ivan the Terrible, Shakespeare, Van Gogh, and millions of other people, less known. In general, churchmen, who were then responsible for medicine, tried with all their might to limit human sexuality. For masturbation, sex outside of marriage, adultery, or any fornication, people were promised eternal hellfire. Part of these beliefs is reflected in us through the centuries. Today, science is engaged in the search for truth, and here is what it says about female masturbation. Moderate masturbation does not decrease, but on the contrary, increases female libido. All studies that have been conducted on this topic have shown an increase in interest in sex among regularly masturbating girls. This process raises the level of sex hormones, accordingly, enhances libido. Female masturbation even has a more beneficial effect on the psyche than male. Women in general depend a little more on hormones, and masturbation evens out this hormonal background. More precisely, it is more correct to say not masturbation, but orgasms. Masturbation helps us explore our body. We find the most sensitive areas, regulate the pressure or friction, remember the points of impact. And then we use all this knowledge to enjoy sex. Can masturbation become an addiction? It can, just like in men. Since masturbation reduces anxiety and stress, people often fall into the same trap as with food. In a difficult life situation, you want more endorphins. What is moderation when it comes to female masturbation? All people are different, but on average, if you masturbate more than once a day, it can already have negative consequences: decreased clitoral sensitivity, decreased testosterone, etc. Personally, I have enough once every 3 to 5 days, depending on how I feel. The harm of maladaptive masturbation is a myth, and it only exists in the post-Soviet space. In English language sources, you will not even find a mention of this term, especially in a negative context. What to read on this topic? There is a book, Pleasure Point, by Laurie Mintz. There, by the way, the author cites research data. Only 5% of women are capable of vaginal orgasm without additional stimulation. Those 20–30%, who are usually called capable, just stimulate the head of the clitoris in the process.